Hello, it's Deneen, and I'm just doing a quick reflection on who's coming to dinner. And in this movie, I had a few emotions. I was frustrated. I was sad. I laughed. I ended up tearing up in the end because love do conquer all. And I love the fact is that the mothers wanted their children just to be happy and made the men realize what love really felt like. You guys they got older and forgot, and you guys were so against and so angry, but you forgot how strong and how pure love is, and you'll move mountains for the person you love, no matter what anybody says. So I like that in the movie. The scene that I think that challenged me the most was when the father was going up the stairs arguing with the mother after they came back from having ice cream, and he was determined to tell Dr. Prentice that he was not agreeing with it, and he's thinking about his daughter's best interest. And to me, I felt like I don't think he was looking at his daughter's best interest. I think that he did have some prejudice, and I think he was being selfish. That's my opinion. Now, with Macintosh, I identify with the invisible advantages was the fact is um, privilege. I realized white privilege. I seen that when she was out with her friends and was having drinks, and her friend husband was saying, "Oh, her father stood for something. He stands for everything in the town, the paper." It sounds good about standing for something, and that's the privilege because you think that he's uh, so great, but only on certain aspects that affects their lives. He can write about in his paper about equality and everything else, and prejudice and everything else. But when it was faced with his own family and his own home, he couldn't deal with it. It was easier to talk about somebody else's injustice or what's right and wrong, and you raised your daughter not to see color and no matter what and be happy. That's how you raised your daughter, but he really didn't believe in that. It sounded good because it sounded correct. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to judge somebody off of their color. You're supposed to go off of their personality. You shouldn't. But when it was faced in his own home, he couldn't deal with that. What I have learned about my own position and assumptions. So I would say, honestly, I kind of can relate because I have sons, and I was raised a certain way too. And I kind of put my beliefs on that to my children. And as I became older, I learned that whatever makes my child happy, I'm going to be happy, no matter if what race the person is and who you choose to be with. As long as they love, respect, and cherish you, I will honor it. I would accept it. I would love it. And I do understand the parents' fears for their children interracially dating, especially with society. Society's not fair. The world is cruel, and you don't want that for your child, in a way, but you're selfish because if your child love who they love, you stand by your child no matter what, and you love whatever they love. You understand, as long as they're treating them good and they're loving them. So um that's my story, and I just moving forward, and I've grown, and I truly believe that. Have a great night.